Honorable Harshvardhan Shringla ji.
माननीय उप सभापति महोदय जी, नमस्कार। आज इलेक्टोरल रिफॉर्म्स के विषय पर मुझे बोलने की अनुमति देने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। सर, ये इलेक्टोरल रिफॉर्म्स आम बदलाव नहीं, बल्कि दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा लोकतंत्र में को मजबूत करने का एक बड़ा अभियान है। जैसे हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी हमें अक्सर याद दिलाते हैं, नए भारत का बदलाव अब कोई विकल्प नहीं बल्कि आवश्यकता है। सर, as someone who has represented his country in different geographies across the world, I can say with some confidence that our efforts at electoral reforms are not isolated. Progressive democracies across the world are engaged in a similar exercise of ongoing and regular electoral reforms. They do it for a number of purposes. One, of course, is change. The requirements of the 21st century are different from those of the 20th century to increase efficiency and, most important of all, to enhance accountability to the people. And sir, it is in this very endeavour that the Honourable Prime Minister has also placed before the nation the vision of holding simultaneous elections through the One Nation, One Election initiative. This aims to bring stability, reduce expenditure, and make our democracy more efficient and future-ready. Perhaps honourable members are aware that our country conducted simultaneous elections to the Lok Sabha and state assemblies regularly until 1967. Over the decades, fragmented election schedules have led to constant campaign mode, political paralysis, and colossal expenditure. Our high-level committee, chaired by former President Shri Ramnath Kovind ji, was constituted in 2023 to chart the roadmap for simultaneous polls. This committee conducted 65 meetings with stakeholders, including all major parties, legal experts, including former Chief Justices, industry bodies, and citizens. Notably, the committee invited 21,000 public suggestions, and 81% of those responses affirmed support for simultaneous polls. Previously, the Law Commission, in its 1999 report, had earlier suggested simultaneous elections every 5 years. A 2015 parliamentary committee also examined phasing in joint polls. I can tell you that the concept of a single vote cycle for elections at different levels of the government is practiced in a number of democracies across the world. Sir, take the example of Sweden, a country which holds simultaneous elections in every electoral cycle of 4 years on the same date for its general elections, for county elections and municipal elections. And as a result of this, the voter turnout is over 80% because voters are only voting once in 4 years and they understand the importance of that vote. Compared to that, our vote at 65% is well below this level. Other countries that also follow a one nation, one election system are South Africa, Indonesia, Belgium, the European Parliament, and there are many countries that follow a system which has synchronized elections at different levels, state levels, etc., but may not be exactly all elections. Sir, another reform is One Nation, One Voter list, which has to be seen in conjunction with One Nation, One Election. Currently, in many states, the voters' list for panchayat municipal elections are maintained separately by state election commissions, often duplicating the roles prepared by the Election Commission of India for Lok Sabha and Assembly elections. A common electoral roll was endorsed by the Cabinet in principle. One Nation, One Voter list will save enormous effort and public money while improving accuracy. In fact, the Law Commission in 2015 supported a single voters list to streamline the process. Sir, Chunav हमारा लोकतंत्र का सबसे बड़ा त्योहार है. To keep this festival pure and transparent, our systems must evolve over time. This government has consistently worked to make governance modern, efficient, and citizen-centric. The reforms we are discussing today continue in that direction. The government has taken firm steps to identify and curb illegal infiltration and to ensure that only legitimate citizens participate in our democratic process. The reforms before us strengthen that resolve. They enhance coordination, improve verification mechanisms, and close loopholes to make our electoral processes cleaner, fairer, and more accessible. Sir, Honorable Prime Minister is of the view that strong democracies are built on strong institutions. Through these reforms, we are strengthening those very institutions that safeguard the voice of every citizen. Sir, the purpose of the SIR process is to make India for Indians and cleanse out illegal immigrants in the country. It will empower the honest voter, discourage malpractice, and ensure that no one can question the fairness of our elections. We want young voters to feel encouraged, senior citizens to feel supported, and every citizen to feel that their vote truly counts. These reforms are a step towards that vision, and the entire nation is supporting this exercise with sincerity. However, the persistent obstruction by some political parties and refusal to cooperate raise an unavoidable question that why a simple, transparent verification process is being opposed and what are the forces behind this resistance. Sir, the Supreme Court of India has taken serious note of issues pertaining to obstruction of SIR in West Bengal. In December 2025, the Supreme Court sharply criticized reports of local intimidation and non-cooperation in the SIR process, particularly pointing to West Bengal. The court warned that continued obstruction of the roll revision could easily cause anarchy and affirmed that the Election Commission's constitutional power to carry out this important exercise. So, ये सवाल हमें पूछना चाहिए कि साधारण मानुष, आम जनता, हमारे देश की आम जनता को क्या चाहिए, और इसमें हमें लगता है कि जो आम आदमी हमारे देश में, उसको चाहिए कि अपना वोट सही तरह गिना जाए, इस वोट को नकली वोट से खराब ना हो, और इसीलिए चुनाव के नतीजे बदल ना जाए. हमारे देश में हर कोई यही चाहता है. हम अपने देश में गैर कानूनी वोटर्स और घुसपैठियों को नहीं चाहते, जैसे कुछ जगहों पे ये हो रहा है. इसलिए SIR महत्वपूर्ण है और निष्पक्ष चुनाव के लिए SIR प्रणाली सबसे सही तरीका है. Sir, these electoral reforms also align with our journey of a Viksit Bharat 2047. A developed India needs transparent and modern systems, and our electoral frameworks must be prepared for the future. These reforms reflect the confidence of a rising nation, which is bold in intent and firm in its commitment to democratic integrity. As we move forward with these reforms, we are safeguarding the soul of our democracy. We are ensuring that the mandate of genuine citizens remains pure and protected. इस अवसर पर हमें सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल का याद आता है, जब उन्होंने कहा कि भारत के प्रत्येक नागरिक को यह याद रखना चाहिए कि हम सबसे पहले भारतीय हैं और अंत तक भारतीय ही रहेंगे. Sir, these reforms honor the very spirit by ensuring that India's democratic voice belongs only to its rightful citizens. With this commitment, we move towards a cleaner, stronger, and more secure democratic future for our nations. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.